Come on in, guys. Welcome to The Good Place, Season 3, Episode 8, Don't Let the Good Life Pass You By. Today, we're going to get into the blueprint. We're going to talk a little bit about Eleanor's big decision and much more. Don't click that mouse.
You're tuned in to Afterbuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yay! Welcome, guys, to The Good Place, Season 3, Episode 8, Don't Let the Good Life Pass You By. And I'm super excited about talking about this episode. One of my favorites so far this season. It was light, it was airy. I'm digging it. Totally digging it.
Me too.
My name is Sayrie, and of course we have our other lovely co-host.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Taylor Gates.
Taylor Gates in the house. What did you think about it, Taylor?
I also love this one.
You liked it?
I love that we got introduced to a new character, but one that we've heard, referenced back in season 1, Doug, Forsett, who's the guy who guessed the closest of what the afterlife was going to be, which is always so funny. I love that conversation back in season 1. I always remembered it who's right? The Christians, the Buddhists, and they're well, it's this guy who got really high that one time. And so the fact that we got to meet him in his old age was amazing.
Nice. I love how they have the picture there to kind of hold it up to him. So today we're going to talk about the blueprint, Doug Forsett. We're going to get into Eleanor's big decision. We're going to talk about the War of the Worlds, Afterlife edition. And then we're going to chalk it up with Chiti, get a little news and action in there, and then we're going to end it off with some predictions. All right. Doug Forsett. Doug basically gets high, and now he becomes aware of the afterlife and the point system, and now he lives in a bubble. He eats lentils and radishes. I don't even know why he even chose those two vegetables.
Because it's the most carbon footprint friendly, what he was saying, but
takes the less
that
water.
Sounds miserable to me.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't
You can't even get
radish.
strawberries or anything. No fun foods.
A little juice, something.
Yeah, something other than that.
Yeah. And he basically drinks his own waste. But my thing is, okay, this is random, but how does he create the water? If the water is urine, right? And all of a sudden he cleans it or sterilizes it, and then he drinks it again. Doesn't at some point he has to put more water in him?
I don't know what he was saying.
Right.
It's something about how he has a special, compost tank type thing. I don't know. I don't exactly understand the logistics behind that, but I'd be interested to know.
Yeah, I gotta find out how this urine water tastes.
Right.
I don't know. Oh my God.
I think Michael just spit it out. He's like, no.
Yeah. And we were talking about this earlier. I didn't even know Michael could even drink or eat.
Yeah, I feel like they don't have to. I think that they mentioned that they don't have to, but they can, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
This place seems like the bad place for sure. Which was interesting about this episode, because I think that it had this overall message, the more you try to be perfect, the more of a prisoner you are. Did you get that too?
I did. I thought this was very much an interesting episode. I don't know, we talk about how the show always makes us kind of think, and this one definitely made me think a lot, because it's if you're, are you even living life to the fullest? And how, is there a line to being a good person? Is there, a moment where it's kind of too far and you have to sort of stand up for yourself and fight back? And what's the balance between that? And so I thought it was really interesting that they asked, sort of more of those questions this episode.
They did. And basically Doug is trying to do everything perfect as possible, right? He's trying to live like the second coming of Jesus, right? But his life is horrible.
I found it really sad. I was oh man, he doesn't really have anyone to talk to. He's not even enjoying the food he's eating. The snails. He feels guilty about everything, and is essentially just walking on eggshells because he's so scared of not making it to the good place, which is really upsetting.
Yeah, I think the overall idea is everybody should just sin all the time. Sinning balances everything out. If you try not to sin, you're going to eat radishes all day. That's how I feel about, sin.
I think I don't know if it's sin, but I don't know, they were talking about relaxing a little bit. And
mixture, balance.
Yes, and being able to indulge and enjoy yourself, and just kind of with the scene with the kid where he makes him give Michael his shoe. There is a point where
this kid is horrible,
not beneficial to just give everyone what they want. There's a point where you have to be strong and, stand up for yourself. Mm-hmm.
Would you agree that you get good points by just making everyone happy all the time? Do you even think that would be a good point system?
No, because I agree with Michael in that the system is really flawed right now.
I was about to say F you.
Yeah.
That was a strong I was like, oh, wait a minute now. You're going to get some bad points in here. It's like, it's really flawed.
It's really flawed. Because it's very much like a murky gray area, and it's like, which sort of philosophy do you kind of subscribe to, which is, we've been learning lots of different ones, like through Chiti and things like that. So it begs like the interesting question, like, obviously that's probably not the 100% correct way, but what's the alternative? You know, what's the better way? Is there a middle ground that is fair to everyone, and are they going to be able to find it?
Yeah. Do you think Michael basically think that he's no longer the blueprint, or you think he still has some hopes in Doug?
I think that he doesn't see him as a blueprint anymore. I think that he was sort of starstruck at first, like, oh my gosh, this is like the guy that the picture that was hanging in our offices and things like that. And I think he kind of saw the more like sad side to it, seeing him in person. Like, he's not even enjoying anything about his life. Like honestly, what's the purpose if he's just depriving himself of all this stuff and being racked with guilt every single day just to look to the next step, you know?
And I love that they added Raymond as a character to show him interacting with like a human being, and him getting into the good place for him meant that he just have to be completely submissive. Yeah. So I think that, you know, I definitely think standing up for yourself should give you good points. I don't know. What do you feel like that too? Like, I feel like having your own will and doing right by yourself should get you good points.
I agree. I agree. Like, if you're just kind of, you know, bending over for everyone and letting everyone walk all over you, like, do you even really have, like, a personality? And would you stand up for other people then, too? You know what I mean? Like, there's always just that line.
It's a gray area. Wow, that kid, by the way, is a sociopath.
He is. I love how casually he said, he's like, oh, yes, the neighborhood sociopath. I was like, okay.
The kid is like, I don't care. He's like, he'll do everything you tell him to do, you know? He's like, give me your shoes.
He is bad place material, for sure.
He's a demon.
He is. He's probably just you're right. He's not even, do we even know that he wasn't sent there by the others?
He's there. He's a demon in disguise. Little small baby demon.
Honestly.
That kid is horrible.
Yeah.
But you know what's not horrible? Everything that has to do with AfterBuzz.
So true. Our network actually produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows. From dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more, there is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that is tailor-made for you, and will help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're completely optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you guys on air. Love reading the comments, reading what you have to say. I'm in the live chat right now, so hop in there and, you know, converse with us. But for now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Nice. Yeah, if you're in that chat room, go ahead and text us up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I want to hear what you guys like, because this was like a very sort of different episode. Like, it's always interesting when they bring in sort of new people.
Yeah, because everyone has different perspectives, so hearing their perspective might be totally different from ours.
Exactly.
It probably will be totally different. Yeah. I think a little strange anyways. I want to talk about this too a little bit. Like, Michael, at first I thought when Doug started spiraling and he kept messing up, first he called Michael Mark, and he was like, oh no, that's -5 points, you know?
Yeah.
And then he accused him of lying, and he lost more points, and then he thought that he lost more points when he killed a snail or whatever. At this point, were you starting to think that he was pretty much going to just fall off the hinges? And I actually thought at this point it was going to be a shift in the episode where all of a sudden now he was just going to be a bad place material type of person.
Interesting.
So I thought he was going to go all the way from there.
Interesting.
And I thought he was going to just start growing his hair out, farting, you know, all the good stuff that gets you to the bad place, you know?
I didn't expect that, but that would have definitely been an interesting turn. But I think that was like the turning point where kind of Michael and Janet stopped like seeing him on this pedestal and as this like amazing person, and started seeing him as more of like the sort of sad case that he was, because it's like it spiraled fast and it spiraled to the extreme.
I mean, I felt bad when they did the eulogy for the snail. I felt it. I don't know. I felt
did
it a
too.
little bit.
Got a little tear in my eye.
Yeah. Then I got over it.
Martin Luther King. What do they call it?
Martin Luther King Gandhi.
Love it.
Yeah, everything you love in life.
It's the most iconic snail, truly.
And yeah, oh my God, and he gave him this great name. Another thing about this episode too was Eleanor's big decision.
Yeah.
We see last episode that Eleanor has the facts now. She has seen the afterlife, and she now knows her love of her life is Chiti. I don't know why the love of her life is Chiti. I don't know why it came out that way. It's Italian. But Chiti is not a love of her life, but she knows it. But now she's wondering if she should let Chiti know it.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, do you think Chiti is interested in Eleanor?
I don't know. I mean, he did just sort of get over, the breakup with Simone and things like that. I think that he seemed like we didn't get a lot of his reaction because they were kind of interrupted by the large occasion. But I don't know. I think that it's still kind of new to him because I feel like Eleanor's always sort of like known in the back of her mind, and I think Chiti's always been the one to be a little more surprised by it. So I think it's gonna take a bit for him to process because that's just who he is as a person too. He doesn't make decisions. Yeah. He doesn't know how he feels very easily, very often.
That's a really good point. I feel like he wouldn't get it right off the bat, anyways. But I feel like Chiti might be interested. When the beginning of this season started and he was with Simone, I was like, oh no, he didn't. Like I was like, it's Team Chiti and Eleanor for life. Yeah. Right. Put it on a T-shirt. But now that Simone's out, I guess it's only I guess what's the word? Not impeccable. It's only before it happens. What's that
inevitable
word? Inevitable.
Yeah, it took me a second too. I was like, I want to help you. Yeah. But what is the word? Inevitable.
It's only ... If he was in the chat, he could have helped me out faster.
Come on, guys.
It's only inevitable, I feel like, for them to end up getting together.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we've talked about before, they just have this insanely strong connection, no matter if, like, the situation is romantic or not. Like, every single time they're rebooted, Chiti immediately says yes to helping her. So, like, they're drawn together no matter what. It's, like, magnetic almost.
Yeah. I think they make a good combination, too.
Yeah.
When they're working together, they get stuff done. Yeah. And we see a lot of times Eleanor end up helping Chiti. Not always just Chiti helping her. Like, she helps him solve problems. Well, actually make him make decisions, should I say. You know? So that's definitely interesting. I think I'm rooting for them, too, over him and Simone for sure. Would you rather Chiti with Simone or Chiti with Eleanor or
I honestly
Janet, Jason? I mean, hell, just throw them with who.
Yeah, I'm really here. I feel like the writers and the performers as well just do a really good job of selling me on like pretty much anything. Honestly, I'm like I buy it. Like if they put them together, I don't know. They could do so many combinations, and I feel like they could make it work. Even the plot lines that sound insane, I'm like it works. Yeah, it's the good place. Like they're just so good at it.
Yeah. What about Eleanor and Janet? Eleanor got a little warmed up by
that was so
Janet.
Funny. That felt so in character to me too. And Chiti's like, we're literally about to be dragged to hell. How are you horny right now? That's just horny. Who she is.
Horny. Well, there's horns in hell, like the devil horns.
That was a decent pun. Good job.
Yeah. You know, we were Elena's
we're
down
here, so Elena. It's like we have to make it up somehow.
Where's the puns? You know, there's no pun in that.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop.
We gotta move on.
Don't dislike the page. Don't dislike it. Start losing followers. But yeah, I don't know. And then of course we start seeing a little bit more of Jason. I've missed a little bit of Jason. I ain't gonna lie.
I did too.
But now we have Jason. We have the Jacksonville pool game. What do you call it?
Funny.
Jacksonville style pool. Once again, they keep putting in the South. And it's like everything that's tied into the South is just automatically like a lower IQ standard. You know what I mean?
They drag every place on earth, though, is what's so amazing about the show. Like, they just find things to make fun of no matter where they go in the show.
Arizona.
Literally
but they pick
everywhere.
on Florida a lot.
Yeah, they pick on Florida. They do.
They have a personal vendetta against Florida. But basically, the pool game is you make up your own points because points don't matter, I guess. And you hit the ball with your hand.
Sure.
Throw it in a cup. Throw it at a demon. I don't know. We've seen so much happen in this little pool game that they had. And still, he lost. Jason
of course.
Still lost.
300 points is the highest anyone scored, though. I love it when Jason and Chiti have scenes together, too, because you have, like, the insanely smart person and the Jason.
And so
it's like
now, Jason?
that you have the Jason. So it's like just the contrast is so funny, and like Chiti like tries to be patient, but you can tell he's just like
frustrated.
What? Like he tries to go along, but he's still he's never gonna be able to get on Jason's level. I
Nowhere
feel
near
like.
it. Only Janet could put up with that. Maybe
Exactly.
Tahani, but that's about it.
Sometimes. It depends.
Yeah. And we even see Michael for the first time kind of have one of those, oh, Jason. He's just like, Jason, can you go over there and pick up something for me? And he's like, I just needed a break. 30 seconds.
That was too good.
Yeah. We love you, Jason. We need to see more of Jason. Oh,
I agree.
Because they give you all the intellect and all the, all the philosophy. And then you have the whole...
Such a good comic relief.
Exactly. And then that built up to the War of the Worlds. Afterlife edition.
That was awesome.
Wasn't it?
I thought that was so cool and so different for this show. Like, I feel like they do sort of, like, it's obviously a comedy first and foremost, but they do sort of bend genres at times. Like, there's elements of drama and just, like, different things. And so that was, like, very action-y, which I thought was really fun. And, like, the setting of, like, the pool table and having the little pool triangle. And I thought it was really cool and really different.
Did you think Janet had those type of moves?
Oh, yeah.
Janet has Tybo
Janet
action.
can do anything, I firmly believe.
Somebody has a crush on Janet.
Oh, I'm not even gonna admit it. Good Janet or bad Janet, like,
Woo!
let's be real.
But I don't know. But I was surprised that she started fighting. I would think that would be a bad Janet move. But for some reason, good Janet couldn't fight.
Well, Jason was involved, and she, she'll do anything for her man.
Ooh.
I think that when push comes to shove, Janet will do anything, not only just to protect Jason, but to protect her friends too.
It just took me off guard. I didn't think she would actually go there.
Yeah.
Not only did she go there, she was the queen. Like, she owned it.
She was.
I mean, so basically, Michael is pushing a button and sending them portaling them. Is that a word? Portaling them.
Sure. Yeah.
He's portaling them.
It is now.
Just don't look it up. He's transporting them through the portal.
Yeah.
To, I believe, the good place or afterlife. They didn't really say what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just knew the good door was blue as usual and the bad door is red.
Yeah.
That's just basically how it is. And Sean is basically trying to push the four main characters into the bad place while, they're trying to basically get the demons out of there.
Yeah.
What did you think about the fight? What do you think?
I loved it. I really did. I thought it was really fun, and I'm like anxious to see how they kind of like choreographed that and how much was like stunt doubles and how many like of the actors got to do like their actual stunts. I don't know. I thought it was cool though. It was shot fun too. It was almost like a Western in a way.
It was,
which was neat.
Yeah. I thought it was fun when the guy takes his shirt off and he's like, I've been working out, so I'm
Yes.
strong. And I'm like, yes, eye candy, yes.
I loved it.
They keep dropping a little bit little eye candy in different episodes. I love it. Chiti was shirtless for a while.
They do.
Got us a little hot and bothered. And now we have random demon number 5, we're going to call him. Shirtless on top of the bar. Doing a Kyle Ugly. I don't know.
I believe he was the guy that they assigned to be Eleanor's boyfriend in one of the reboots. The guy who would go to the gym like every 5 minutes.
Yes, he wasn't too bright either. Because he kept saying, I gotta go to the gym.
I gotta go to the gym. I gotta take your shirt off. I gotta go to the gym.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they brought him back, and they didn't really show too much of old or new Eleanor. They didn't show too much of her.
Yeah.
I thought she would kind of, at the end of the episode, we see her coming as the main person back to Earth. So I thought for sure she's gonna have a lot more lines, but I don't even know if she even spoke anything.
Yeah, I think that she's kind of in it sort of sporadically. I'm blanking on her like actual name, but yeah, we knew her as
Jackie.
I honestly cannot remember, but she's a fun character, I think.
Yeah, I like her too. She has good vibes.
Yeah.
Well, bad vibes,
but like fun to watch.
But good bad vibes. Yeah, I love the fight. I can't wait to see what comes up next. But what's next now is we're going to get into some Chalk It Up with Chiti.
Yeah.
We're going to get you more intellectually stimulated, and we're going to teach.
I love the chalkboard noise. We got to pause and listen to it.
And we're going to teach you some things. Go ahead, do it again, Anthony. Sorry, I was talking over you.
I love it. I feel like I'm back at school.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
if I was in school, I'll be sleeping right now.
well, don't sleep through this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
For Chalk It Up with Chiti this week, they mentioned the happiness pump and how Doug has sort of become a happiness pump. And they said that that's sort of a criticism of utilitarianism, where a person becomes obsessed with maximizing the overall good at his or her own expense. And I did a little bit of research, and I didn't find a whole lot about the phrase happiness pump itself. But if you guys are like a super nerd, which like, I mean, we all are here personally, to be completely honest, there's a book by a man named Frederick Rosen called Classical Utilitarianism from Hume to Mill. And so he does a lot of like dives really deep into the classical utilitarianisms from kind of all across the different centuries, and just discusses utilitarianism and kind of weighs the pros and cons and touches on some of the criticisms. So yeah, if you are like looking to learn sort of more about that part of philosophy, definitely check that out, because I think that he's considered one of like the main experts right now of the actual theory, which is pretty cool.
Of utilitarianism, not the happiness pump.
I think that the happiness pump is like a sub criticism of it. So I think that this Frederick Rosen is like kind of an expert on all of it, and so he like played a really big part in sort of developing that criticism, which is pretty neat.
I think that's an extreme take on someone who's basically like a people pleaser. What do you
Yeah,
think? That's
I
what I think.
agree.
Essentially, that's what it meant. That's what I interpreted. That was in layman's terms for me.
I think so, yeah. When they, take the people pleasing to the extreme and don't really have any sort of backbone to kind of stand up against it.
Yeah, that's tough. This whole episode was kind of like a happiness pump umbrella, starting with Doug. Wow. Well, thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome.
Man, you're gonna get smarter here, guys.
You
don't
are.
need to eat
You
carrots.
came here to learn and eat. You're right. Eat radishes.
Eat radishes. Rock the lentils. Get a pen and pad and learn about, I don't know, utilitarianism.
There you go.
And the news. Okay, we got a news.
Yeah.
Up
This
to
is
the
some news
news.
and gossip.
Afterbuzz TV News.
Do you want to go start with yours?
Yes.
Cool.
Ted Danson's wife, Mary Steinbergen, would sign up for 100 more lifetimes with a husband of 23 years. So this is like a little love. Oh, this
That's
is
so sweet.
for all you people out there lonely and cold during winter with no one to hold and cuddle up to. Here's something to make you feel a little bit better. No, the love does exist.
It does.
They have been married for 23 years. And in case you don't know who Mary Steenburgen is, she is from Step Brothers.
Yeah, she's
Very
an
popular.
actress. She's in Proposal too, I believe. She's in a lot of comedies. She's a great actress as well. So it's cute that those two are.
And
a
23
couple.
years in Hollywood, that's like a golden anniversary.
Yeah, that's like insane.
I know that's whew.
That's rare. That's
That's up
rare
there
anywhere, but you're right, especially in this
and
town. Yeah.
And two artists, two actresses. I mean, two actors and actresses, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And a quote from her is, "Our love just gets more profound and deeper as we go through the blessings and joys, but also the hurdles of life together. He is my partner in the deepest sense of the word in his life."
That's really sweet.
All right.
Aw. Well, I have a little tiny piece of news too, and I
Okay.
think that we have a video. I think I sent it in. That I saw just right before the show that Jamila Jamil, who plays Tahani, obviously just posted on her Twitter, and you get to see the sort of different side of Ted Danson in this video. If we're able to view it. Yes, Anthony's pulling it up right now, and it's amazing.
Whoa.
This is Ted Danson and
Ted dancing.
yes, and the actor that plays Chiti flossing on set, which
Nice.
is incredible. Look at those moves.
Go Ted.
They're killing
Go
it.
Ted.
They're so
Go
in
Ted.
sync. I love it. I'm like obsessed with that video. That's a little fun piece of news for you
Wow.
guys. They post a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which is always a lot of fun. You can tell that they like have a blast on
You
set.
can tell they really enjoy being on set.
They're the
probably,
true
yeah.
brainy bunch.
Nice.
The Soul Squad.
The Soul Squad plus Ted and Lauren. No, wait.
Janet.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Ted, Lauren.
I
and
mean,
Janet
we don't
and
know.
Jack-
She might have
Yeah.
multiple names. I would not be surprised on anything in this show, you know?
But I'm all tongue tied today. But for predictions, we're gonna get into the predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So I'm going to predict, like, both because we have 2 more episodes until the mid-season
Yes.
break, takes effect. So we have 2 more episodes until 2019. And so I think next week, I don't think it's going to be like a filler episode, but I think that it's going to delay us from getting to where they planned on like going at the end of this episode, because at the end of this episode Michael wanted him and Janet to go to the accountant's office to kind of talk about the point system, but then obviously all the other demons showed up, and Janet has decided to take them to
Into
the
the void.
where they may or may not die, but they're dying on Earth apparently, which is
They're done with
a
Earth at
big
this point.
shocker. So I think next week is going to be mostly in Janet's little world, and I hope that we sort of learn more about, the Janet making process and what the void is like, because we've
that would
caught
be
glimpses
fun.
of it, but I'm really excited to see it more fleshed out, because Janet's just such a fun character. And so, yeah, we've got origin stories for the other ones this season, so maybe we'll get a little bit more of her.
Oh, to see where Janet came from.
Yeah.
The fact that they say void, though, I'm wondering if it's going to be just empty space.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in the past, that's kind of what they've depicted, but I feel like, there maybe is different sections of it or something, because I mean, maybe I believe that they could write a great episode in a blank room. Like, I believe in these writers and actors that much, but I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right. We'll stay buckled in. I think that Eleanor and Chiti, well, that's obvious. I think Eleanor and Chiti are going to get together. That's a given, And I think that more or less Janet. You know what? Maybe this is what I want to see. Maybe.
Okay,
but I wonder
it.
if Janet and Eleanor will end up doing something. I don't know why, but that whole little line she did this episode has me wondering, like, will they do...
That's funky, but I'm into it. Like, I'm 100% down for that, to be honest.
I wonder if she will end up going through different other characters before she end up with Chiti.
That would be interesting, because we haven't really seen... I mean, we've seen little teeny tastes of that during, like, the really fast reboots and stuff, but that would be interesting.
Yeah, because I don't think
what a triangle that would be with Jason and stuff. Ooh,
that'll be good. That's good TV, guys.
I'm here for
That's
it.
for free.
Fan fiction writers, let's go.
There you go. Thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Venice. My name is Sayrie. I have so many names. My name is Venice Sayrie, but you can find me as Funny Sayrie, FUNNY SAYRIE on Twitter and Instagram. And also Facebook is just Sayrie Comedian. And where can they find you, Taylor?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Alphaba_ and on Instagram at Taylor_Gates_. I'm also hosting Law & Order SVU tonight and Legacies tonight, so stay tuned for that.
Nice. Yeah, and right after this show, I'm doing Empire, so just go
Awesome.
ahead and click over to the drama section if you're not already watching Taylor.
Exactly. Marathon us
you got
tonight,
options,
guys.
people. You got options. And we'll see you back here at The Good Place next week. And
2 weeks. Next week's Thanksgiving, the one after that. Bye.
Bye for now.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.